What's one team we're excited to watch after the All-Star break?
I'm going to go with the Cavaliers. There's something about this team right now that just really intrigues me. They're the number 2 seed in the East right now. I think they're 36 and 19. So they're not really in a position to catch the Celtics at this point. But I honestly didn't expect them to be this good anyway. So the fact that they're here right now is pretty crazy, especially considering the fact that Evan Mobley missed a lot of time. Darius Garland missed a lot of time. But Donovan Mitchell is like a dark horse MVP candidate, and Jared Allen, I feel like he maybe should have been an All-Star, to be completely honest with you. I probably would have put him in over Scotty Barnes. But I just think this team is really good, and I do think that they have a legitimate shot at making the NBA Finals, potentially, if the Celtics trip up at all.
Keeping an eye on the Pelicans because they finally made it to an All-Star break with a healthy Zion Williamson. Fingers crossed that they keep this relative good health. They do have some smaller injuries, but I want to see if they can keep that going into the second half. They've climbed into the top 6 of the Western Conference standings. And so we've been waiting for this to see it come together in New Orleans and see what it looks like with Zion in the playoff push. And it looks like we're headed for that, but we got to see how it goes in the second half of the season.
But for me, it's not necessarily a team, but more so a player on the team, and that's the Spurs with Vic, because I feel like we're now starting to see Vic kind of play into that, like, this is my team role. He's becoming a little more selfish. The we're playing on national TV Spurs don't get a chance to ruin the moment for him. I mean, we just look at some of his recent games, triple doubles. He's taking shots that we didn't really see from him. He's really showing that he has that outside touch. So I just want to see like how he'll play in the second half of the year. A lot of rookies are hitting that like mid-season slump. He's continuing to play at a high level. He's pretty much wrapped up rookie of the year so far. So I want to see like how he'll play in the second half now that a lot of the attention is on him. A lot of people want to see him just continue to grow within his first year of basketball. I mean, he has a chance to really show that in year 2, he's coming for the best player in the league. And it just all depends on how this first season ends, because the Spurs on national TV aren't really the backups taking over. It's like, hey, he's leading the charge now.
That's actually a good point that you make about the national TV thing, because we ain't seen them that much on TNT and ESPN lately, and he's playing a lot better. So I think it really does show that, like, yeah, some of his teammates, they thought they was trying out for some other teams out there, I feel like.
Also, too, like, this could show other players next year, like, hey, we play with Vic, we help him out. And we also going to play on some big games on national TV. So, like, if you was a guy who was on the trade deadline, DeJounte Murray, hey, you got a guy 7'11" out there, back where you used to play at, like, hey, it might be worth touching back on your old roots. That's all I'm saying is, like, if I got a chance to play with Vic, I'm taking advantage of that.
Keep going, Vic. How about the Wizards draft position? That's all I'm saying. Keep us down there at the bottom.